Hey everyone, this week's First Chapter Friday is Aniana Jumps In. So it's a good family story. It's a good health story. It is also a novel in verse. So if you've never read a novel in verse, there's not like a huge amount of text on each page. It's more like each poem makes up a chapter of the book. So we're going to read several of these chapters because they are so short. And we will start with the description of the book so you can kind of get a scope of the whole plot. Aniana Del Mar belongs in the water like a dolphin belongs to the sea. But she and Poppy keep her swim practices and meets hidden from Mommy, who has never recovered from losing someone she loves to the water years ago. Until the day Annie's stiffness and swollen joints means she can no longer get out of bed, and Annie is forced to reveal just how important swimming is to her. Mammy forbids her from returning to the doctor. Mammy forbids her from returning to the water, but Ani and her doctor believe that swimming, along with medication, can help Annie manage her disease. What follows is the journey of a girl who must grieve who she once was in order to rise like the tide and become the woman she is supposed to be. This is a poignant story about a chronic illness and disability, the secrets between mothers and daughters, the harm we do to the ones we love most, and all the triumphs, big and small, that keep us afloat. So again, it's a novel in verse. So chapter 1, real quick. And then we're just going to keep reading. It does start with a prologue. So we kind of start back in time before the actual story proper. When I learned to swim, before my brother Maddie is born, before I learn how to keep secrets, before I learn what my name means and how it ties me to the water, Poppy teaches me how to swim. Mammy is away in the Dominican Republic, visiting family and friends she hasn't seen in years. I am 6 and still afraid of everything. Poppy knows Mammy won't like it, but he's decided it's time for me to learn. The first time. I tremble near the edge of the pool. My knees knock against each other. A warm August wind whooshes through my tangled curls. I almost let go of my Minnie Mouse towel when Poppy nudges me a little closer to the edge. I jump back as if the pool is a sinkhole of blue flames. I squeal, a high-pitched trumpet tingling in my tonsils. No. I don't want the water in my eyes, and my nose, and my lungs. Mammy says that the water, shh, Marina, no pasa nada. Poppy sits me on his lap, tells me a cuento para aclararme. Poppy. The first time I swam in the green rivers of El Campo, the current slapped me around until my arms began to flip, and my legs began to flap, and suddenly I was flying underwater. Your body will know how to handle the water as long as you don't resist it. Jumping in. Poppy's big brown arms wrap around my waist. His warm breath tickles my ear, and his black beard sweeps against my cheek. Poppy whispers, concentrate. Reach your arms out, then pull them apart as if you're parting the purple curtains in your room. Kick your legs like a drummer's hands when they paddle their palms on a palo drum. Imagine your body is a feather and you'll float. Let the water hold you. Remember, yo estoy aquí. He squeezes my hand. 1, 2, 3. We jump in. Next section. The Island and Me takes place in May, so we've skipped forward. My island. We live on an island. The island where we live is an outstretched arm reaching into the Gulf of Mexico. Galveston, where the streets are lined with papel picado houses in peacock green and pomegranate pink. Hundreds of shotgun houses where the wind whistles in through the front door and shoots directly back down the hallways and out the back. Hundreds of houses in sherbet colors that remind Mammy of back home. But this is the only home I've ever known. On Sundays before church, I like to walk to the seawall alone and watch the sunrise explode in the sky like cascarons on Easter. Blue, pink, and orange colors confetti the horizon and kiss the sea. Sometimes, I don't know if the ocean is the sky or if the sky is the ocean. It opens big and wide, endless, the way I do when I swim. Sometimes I think that if I swim long enough, I'll reach the cascaron sky, and instead of swimming, I begin to soar. Once me close. Some Sundays after church, Mammy, Maddie, and me go to the beach. Sometimes I build sandcastles with Maddie. Sometimes, if Poppy is with us and goes in the water with me, Mammy lets me swim. Mammy doesn't like it that I swim underwater so far away from her. I try to tell her, Poppy taught me how to hold my breath, stroke my arms, and kick my fins like a dolphin. I'll be fine. Still, she wants me close. She's afraid Lamar will swallow me up, the way it swallowed her brother, her house, and her village during a storm long ago when she was just a girl. Mamie calls the ocean Lamar instead of Elmar because she believes the ocean is a strong woman who gives and takes life when she wants. The ocean will betray you, she says. I try to tell her I am Ani de las Aguas. I swim with the dolphins. The water and I protect each other. She won't take me away from you. Still, she wants me close. Birth story. Mommy says when I was born, I almost drowned in the ocean of her belly until they had to cut me out. I was not ready for the world. Would not latch, would not eat, would not stop crying. So they slipped tubes through my nose and fed me food that was not Mammy's milk. Mimi says this made her worry we would not bond, and I would not have enough of what I needed to grow big and strong. And sometimes I worry she was right. So Aniana Del Mar Jumps In is going to be a quick read, despite how fat it is, because it is a novel in verse. And again, it's a good family story. It's a good story for those of you who like books about kids with disabilities and overcoming those challenges. So run by the library and check it out if you're interested.